So you know what's on tap for me this year for Halloween? It's really simple. I'm gonna get it dressed up.
Okay.
I'm gonna pass out some candy.
Yes.
And then I'm gonna have my own adult-sized fun.
Oh, I love that.
How about you? What do you got?
You know what? This year, I think we're all trying to come up with alternatives with COVID and all of that.
Right.
So you know what? Being creative, I'm thinking, hey, a little bit of donut fun at the house with the kids, and then maybe a little bit of adult fun after.
And 100%, we're right in front of Glazed and Confused. So let's go inside and see what's up.
Yes.
And we're live.
Yes, we are. And the magic question today, my friend, trick or treat?
Definitely a treat.
Yes,
I'm in for treats.
It is all about treats today.
It feels like I woke up and I'm in Wonderland.
Doesn't it? I know.
And it smells delicious.
It smells delicious. And not only that, I know it is delicious.
Yeah.
Sometimes it smells good and it isn't good. This is both. How amazing is that?
I love it.
Yeah.
I love this place too.
Yeah, absolutely. Me too. We are talking Halloween all day today. It is a unique year unlike any other because COVID is amongst us, and we know this, and we are going to be changing the way we look at things. So that's what we're talking about all day today on Dad's Dishing.
100%. And not just that, but having fun. And also giving parents like guides, a bit of a tip of like what to do, something that's innovative, you know, Halloween-wise, because it's an $8.8 billion industry.
Say that number again.
$8.8 billion.
Is that not crazy to you?
That's a lot.
That is the candy we buy at the grocery store. That is the masks we order, the costumes we order, $8.8 billion. So you
How
can
many
imagine,
donuts does that buy you, Paul?
That's a lot of donuts. Yes.
That's a lot of donuts.
Are you saying
$8.8 billion.
It really is a crazy thing. And what is even crazier is the candy companies, because this is big business for them. They are spending a lot of time advertising about where COVID is blowing up, where it isn't blowing up, where you'll be able to trick or treat this year. So it's truly for them, this is how we are all pivoting and creating a new way of life.
Absolutely.
Hershey's big on that. Hershey's doing that, which is amazing.
Well, here's a factoid that our producer Kelly got, that trick-or-treating didn't even stop for World War II. So like we were invading Normandy and kids were out there still, you know.
They actually paused all fighting for trick-or-treating. No,
is that what it was?
No, they did not. But if you think about it, that is crazy. But even this year in New York State, the big thing here is the New York State Fair. And even this year, they canceled that. And that was the first time in 108 years, 118 years. It was something crazy.
Sure.
Not even canceled during World War II, I believe.
Yeah.
So we are seeing a new on all fronts, but specifically this holiday, which we love. And it's really so much so about the kids.
That's the thing. You just can't take it away from them, you know? And I remember my kids just totally loving getting dressed up. You know, I have so many pictures of my son being Batman or my daughter being a pirate or, you know, Dracula, all sorts of different things. And they have so much fun. And they, in Oneida where we grew up, or where they grew up, but walking all around the neighborhood, you know, just seeing all the costumes. You know, my favorite thing to do was hand out candy, though. I would play my guitar, and I would make up songs as kids would come up. So, you know, I'd be like, oh, there's Spider-Man. You know, I'm like, Spider-Man with a red outfit or whatever, right? And then they would stare at me, and suddenly they were paying attention. It was just fun.
Somehow you ended up with a bowl full of candy at the end of the night because nobody came to your house.
They're like, stay away from
going.
Exactly.
It's true and kind of
It's
scary.
funny. So anyway.
Yes.
And at the same time, while I'm talking about my kids, today's my son's birthday.
It's so exciting.
So I just want to say happy birthday to my son, Jacob.
And how are you guys celebrating? Because with COVID, it is a difficult thing.
Well, we wanted to do, he's a big movie cinephile.
Movie buff.
He's
He loves
insane, with that stuff. And I mean, like for real, you'll ask him about his favorite movie, and he'll be like, "Oh, it's more of so many different times." But at one point, it was Citizen Kane, to give you that sort of like, you know, knowledge that the kid has. So he wants to go to a drive-in.
Yes.
But the closest drive-in is in Auburn. So where he's at to Auburn, it's like an hour and a half.
20? Yeah, an hour and 20,
easy.
an
So
hour and 30 minutes. That's
so
crazy.
it's still sort of up in the air. So what we're gonna do is, I think, just have movies that he's gonna pick, pizza, food, maybe a little wine, something like that. And yeah, just indulge and have some fun on his day. So
well, that's a
that's
nice
about
thing
it.
to do. And that is what we are talking about really quite a bit today, is how we are all pivoting our normal plans. So typically for me, we love Halloween night, and we hand out candy like crazy. And in our neighborhood, we get anywhere from 800 to 1,000 kids.
Oh my
Now,
God.
in the news this week, they said that there's a good chance that neighborhood will be canceling Halloween, which is quite sad. And for me, that's very sad. I think that kids should be able to go out and trick or treat. As I've said from day one, as we first talked about this holiday, this is a holiday that is made for COVID. Kids wear masks. They stay away from each other. You hand candy in personalized wrapped packages out to the kids. You're going door to door, but you're not going in the door. Most of the time, you aren't even ringing the doorbell. So for me to cancel this is really so sad.
Yep. And it's the only opportunity that you actually get to look into the people's houses too, because that's kind of neat.
Oh, I loved it. Yeah,
and I'd be like, why is their grandma lying in a bed in the living room?
Oh, that's sad.
Yeah, all right. Like, what's going on there? Thanks for the candy.
And I don't think I'll be taking any candy from this house, judging from what's inside of it.
Anyway.
All right, so today we are talking to the creator of this concept, this Glazed and Confused location that we are at. If you have not been in here, you have to get in here, because it is like a donut disco party.
That's a great way to put it.
It really is.
It is a donut disco party.
It is. I mean, there is a mirror ball going around as we are sitting here. Perhaps you're seeing it reflect off our faces, but it is, when you come here, it is an experience.
You know, absolutely. And it's now like on the map as far as Syracuse is concerned in central New York. It's like, you always think of dinosaur barbecue,
State,
right?
Yeah, absolutely.
But when it comes to this little niche, I guess, of just donuts, Paul really knocked it out of the park. And you see celebrities showing up here, like Alec Baldwin, his brother, Stephen Baldwin. Thank you. You know, these guys.
Neve or Nev, whatever his name is, from Catfish. I mean, so cool.
Yeah, Gronkowski, the Patriots receiver. Same thing.
I would have liked to be here on that day.
He's a tight end, too. I'm sure you would have liked that.
That's what they call me. No, that's what I'm being for Halloween.
Okay, perfect.
Wait, real quick before we bring in our guests, what are you being for Halloween? Are you going to share that with us?
Well, when's it airing?
It's airing Thursday, so that's the day before the party.
Oh, I don't know. I think I'm going to hold out.
You're going to hold out.
I'm going to hold out on
Kelly has told us all anyways.
No. And we're back with the wonderful and my personal friend, Mr. Paul Valenti. What's going on? How are you?
Guys?
It's great to see you.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you for hosting us in your space.
Yeah.
In this really, the laboratory, the donut laboratory. I love that.
We call it the whimsical wonderland.
It really is like that.
We try.
So, okay, Halloween, happy Halloween week. This will be a busy week for you naturally, because you guys always create your Halloween box, don't you?
Yeah, and it's super interesting this year because we've never had a theme box fall on a Saturday.
Oh my gosh!
So that's a double whammy. Well, this is our third year, and none of the holidays have ever been on a Saturday.
Really? Okay.
So we're preparing for war.
Literally.
Obviously, literally, yeah.
Yes.
And obviously with COVID, we think that we're a great alternative that morning. We're going to have a Ghostbuster car here. We're going to be giving away free carnival donuts with sprinkles for the kids all day long, hopefully in a respectful COVID type of environment with distancing. But, you know, when I think there's so much uncertainty about, do you take your kids out? Do you not take them out?
Yeah.
Heard you guys talking before I joined you, and you made an excellent point. And like the producer Kelly said, it's never been stopped. It's never been canceled before in the history of us, right?
Yes.
Right.
But there's so many parents that are so on the fence of whether or not they should go or not. We're hoping that we're an alternative that the kids can come down during that day and maybe get some of that experience.
Absolutely.
Fun
100%.
experience. Come dressed up, and we'll do our best to make the kids
And
happy.
safe social distancing measures will be put in place, which is so awesome.
And like Scottie said, all the kids are generally wearing a mask. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Anyway.
absolutely.
And so that goes with it. And why take them away, especially of the delicacies that you can get here? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know. It don't make sense. It's a safe bet.
We serve up fresh donuts. We're going to have candy, though, for kids as well.
Awesome. Oh, I love
we
it.
don't want to compete against Kit Kats or Reese's Pieces at the end of the day.
I got to ask you, though, what are your favorite candies? Both of you guys.
I'm a Reese's Pieces guy.
Reese's Pieces.
But lately, like when I have it, it's like so.
Do you mean the peanut butter cup or? Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah, all the way.
Geez.
Peanut butter
Yeah,
cups.
me too.
But it's so like rich that lately, like if I don't have something to wash it down with, I find myself like gasping for air. Like,
Yeah.
wow, like I think
can't
I'm getting
believe it.
old.
Well,
and
what goes well with it?
Everything.
milk.
Milk. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Everything.
And listen, I'm old-fashioned Italian. We used to have vitamin D milk. When I married my wife, she was like, whoa, like that's the thickest.
Yeah.
Skim milk.
The only thing that was in my fridge, you know.
Sure.
But,
Whole milk. Yep.
yeah, whole milk. That's all we had.
Yep.
So we just, we're preparing for a really fun day.
Awesome.
It's going to be a fun week. We have some great like donut creations that lead up to Halloween Day.
That's something
But,
I
yeah,
want to
we're
ask you
excited.
though. Like, who's like the Willy Wonka back there? Who's coming up with all of these different like serial killer and the bacon and
Yeah.
like who's coming up with that?
So we're really, really blessed and thankful. We have a great staff. I mean, our staff have been with us since the day we opened.
How amazing is
Right,
that? Because
which
now
is-
we're 3-4 years
It'll be
into it.
it'll be 3 years here in
3
November
years.
next
Wow.
month. We're gonna have a big shindig,
Woo.
COVID-free shindig.
Oh,
I like
nice.
it, yes.
So they've been here. You know, listen, it's easier today because of the power of social media. So we're not pioneers of everything that's cool.
Sure.
Right? We can steal bits and pieces from
Right.
people that are doing great things. I'll lead into this on election day. We're going to have a Trump donut. We're going to have a Biden donut. We're going to have a Dizzy Pig for President donut. We're going to tally them up and see if our
Who
poll
wins?
if
Yes.
our poll wins, right? So,
If
but
it
that was a
matches
big.
up with the national
yeah.
I bet you it'll be
Yes.
pretty accurate, actually.
I bet it will be too.
But there's a bakery in Pennsylvania who's doing it and doing it really well. So we're going to steal that from them and bring it to here. But thankfully, our staff is always looking to kind of up the game. They're always really creative at what we do, and we're thankful and blessed to have them on our team.
And you guys do. You really do.
Yeah, I was
You
going to say
create these
their
fantastic
staff
things.
has fun.
Yeah,
You know what I
they
mean?
do.
They really have
When
fun.
you come in here, you feel that the energy's palpable.
Right.
It is a party. Our shop is around the corner, so I will come in here and get iced coffee. I try to avoid the donuts just because I'm watching my figure.
But you can
But
have.
I love it. Yes.
You always
Sure.
can
I do,
make time.
and I do sneak them. We use them at our girlfriend parties at the store, which is so fun. And they do pair well with champagne, I will tell you that. Yes. So
Donuts
that
and champagne.
that
Wow,
yes.
that's oh.
On Friday mornings, I come to park, and I cannot find a parking spot on
Yep.
Fridays because of this space.
Yep.
And it's so fantastic to see that energy, and people really do come out. They love it. They're passionate about it.
I was going to say they really enjoy working and have fun, except for Friday mornings when it's
Yeah,
really
I'm
busy.
sure.
Right.
Then the team gets a little bit bogged down. But
Overwhelmed,
yeah,
I would
but they're
imagine,
they
yes.
do. They're
What
they're
happens
troopers.
Friday? It's just the day that everyone's buying donuts for the staff.
So
and-
we started this series in the beginning of the end of last October called Fill It Fridays. We don't carry a lot of yeast donuts on the
Yes.
menu. They're all cake donuts because we can make cake donuts every 30 minutes and they can be fresh. Yeast donuts are prepared well in advance. So we'll start them at 2 a.m. tonight.
Wow.
When you're done making them, you can't make more. Right, so that's your traditional Boston
Yes.
cream, that texture. So we started this Fill It Friday. So we fill it with some tomorrow's pumpkin cannoli filled.
Oh my
And they
God.
sell out every
and they sell
week.
out. Yeah, and we
It's
up
been
it every
crazy.
week.
Yes.
Well, we started with 200.
Yeah.
We're at 1,000 of just that special every
Wow.
Friday, and we sell out by now like 11 or 12.
That is
Get
a lot
out.
of donuts.
And did
fill
you
it
hear
with-
tomorrow's?
Tomorrow's
Pumpkin
pumpkin.
cannoli.
That'll be
Hello,
good.
heaven. And I'm working tomorrow, so I may be popping in.
Yeah.
And I have to tell you, you have to see all the happy faces walking away from
fun.
here. It really is
fun.
so exciting. So, as a parent, this Halloween season, what are you telling your kids? Your daughter, it's her freshman year at SU,
Yep.
and she wants to go party, I'm sure. What are you telling her about COVID? What are you telling your son?
Don't dress provocatively.
Yeah.
That's the first thing that I'm going to say.
Always, yeah.
Be safe.
Yeah.
Right? Be safe, wash your hands, wear a mask. But like we've all said, and I've heard it throughout the conversation, is we want them to have fun.
Yeah.
There has to be kind of a balance of
You can't give up on
Of fun.
life.
It's
Yes,
true.
Yeah.
So
It's
let's hope
true.
they all have, let's hope they accomplish that, right? Let's hope they
Awesome.
have fun, they're safe. Isabella at SU has a COVID test every other week. She just took one yesterday. So I
Wow,
think
they're
that they
doing
feel,
it that frequently.
Yeah.
That's awesome to hear and good to know. Also.
She actually took one Monday and is taking another one this Friday.
Wow.
Because they do them by the dorm and they do the whole freshman class on another test. So
Yep.
hopefully they stay safe. Hopefully they can have fun. They can balance those two like the rest of us should be doing in
Yeah.
life. And then we move on we head towards Christmas.
Yes.
What about
Move
what are you and the missus doing? Any adult size fun? Because we talk
So,
about
yeah.
that too here. We're raw here.
Yes,
Except,
we're
you know.
off. So the missus is going to help me work on Saturday morning here.
Awesome.
And by about 2:00, if she hasn't walked out on strike, because we don't really work well together, I could be in Dad's dishing quicker than you know it.
We have new single father. Paul Valenti. Yes.
So if we manage the day well,
Yes.
right, and she doesn't leave here and doesn't quit on me, and I don't fire her, we probably will just grab a nice dinner, and it'll probably be a nice, relaxing, easy night because the morning should be pretty hectic for us. But I have a lot of faith we're going to get through this, and she's gonna come out.
It's going to be amazing, and she's an amazing woman. You guys, we are so thrilled to be here with you, and the fun continues on today's episode. Joe, what's happening next?
It's our very favorite pirate.
Yes,
Not
it
Captain
is.
Feathersword.
Yeah,
Not
no.
Johnny Depp. Even better.
Even better, Rick Martinez.
Rick
Is joining
Martinez.
us.
He's an author.
A Pirate IB, his book. Guess what? He's going to be here reading that for you all to share with your kids this holiday season for Halloween, actually.
And because you're already on a book, I mean, did you write the foreword to this one?
I
Pirate
should
IB?
have. I know. That's my new side hustle. Writing forwards for books.
All right. Well, let's go check in with Rick. It'll be a lot of fun.
And All, thanks again
Thanks,
for,
you guys.
for
Paul,
allowing
we
us
love
to
you.
do this.
You're a
Yes.
brother. Thank you, man.
Thank you,
And
man.
happy Halloween.
Happy
as well.
Halloweener.
All right, perfect. Well, he has brought so much joy to the community, and that is truly the truth.
Oh, you're talking about
Yes!
Captain Jack Sparrow,
Captain Jack Sparrow,
a.k.a.
Rick Martinez.
Martinez.
Really, such a talent. I've met you so many times throughout the years, and I've followed your career. You have been the man bringing so much happiness to so many people.
Thank you.
It's awesome.
And
it really
now,
is.
he's a published author.
Yes,
Well,
hold
he
this
has
up.
been.
Let's see. Okay, A Pirate IB. That is his book. How exciting is that? If you are not familiar, well, guess what? You're going to get a chance to win, and we will have all of the rules. You have kindly donated a copy to one of our listeners, and we are going to be giving that out.
Also, 50 donuts, right?
Yeah. Oh, well, a dozen donuts.
A dozen.
A dozen
I
donuts in
thought
a
it was
book.
a book and 100 donuts plus. Never mind.
Yes.
By the way, before we get to you reading, like, what inspired you to do this? Like, why? Like, why kids? Why a book?
Well, it all started way back when at Halloween.
Yes.
I started a haunted pirate ship for a local food pantry, and people are going in for canned good donation to come through, and it was a little haunt. My whole yard was all done. I had a 45-foot pirate ship in my yard. You could walk through.
And he's not lying. I've
No, there
seen
was
the
a-
pictures and the video.
And then my friend Elisa Carvajal Hunt asked me if I would come and do Hallow Read with literacy volunteers.
Hallow Read.
Hallow Read.
Love that.
So where they had different stations, and we had my station where the kids would go and hear a different story.
Yes.
It triggered off a bunch of things. Librarians started asking me to come to the library and read and do different things. So reading all these books over the years, I was going over to Delaware Primary School for Dr. Seuss's birthday.
How fun is that? Okay.
And what happened was, I told him I was sitting down with my wife, who's a school teacher,
Yes.
an 8th grade school teacher, and I said, I want to do something different, but an ode to Dr. Seuss, and that's where this was born. So it's a lyrical thing, a Pirate IB, and it's about a little boy trying to convince his older sister that he's a pirate. So it starts out black and white, where that's how she sees him, still a little boy as he's trying to get along.
Mm-hmm.
And I just did it as an ode to Dr. Seuss, because growing up I always loved those books and the rhyming and everything like that. So Delaware Primary was the first one I ever heard this book before it was even a book.
Wow.
I sat down that night and wrote it. My wife looked at it and she goes, "Oh, just change this little thing here or there."
Teacher approved, which
Yeah,
is so
it was teacher
huge.
approved,
Yes,
and I edited it.
exactly.
And then it worked out well, and the kids, it was well received by them. And then it took about 2 years, and then I finally self-published this last year.
Congratulations, and thank you for sharing that with us here.
Yes. So look to social media. You can find, we'll have all the links for Rick Martinez and, of course, Captain Jack Sparrow. All of those
Not
details.
only Captain Jack Sparrow, it's Captain Jack for Hire, CNY. So
Perfect.
that's how you know you're getting the right.
You're in the right
You
spot.
also won something. I remember you telling me before, like the northeastern.
Yeah, say I don't really like getting all that fun
Okay.
stuff, but yes, there was
He's
a
an
bunch of
award
stuff,
winner and a cool book, and we're
and-
going to be giving away a copy, which is so fun.
You know, it's all about braggarts and stuff. You know,
That's,
that's the other thing.
that's
where-
recognition.
Yeah,
of the
that's
great
right.
work that you've been putting out there. Just saying.
But the one I really love to be a braggart about is that last year, was it last year? Yeah, it was last year. I won the Paul Harris Rotary Award, the national award
Wow.
for doing all the stuff
That's
I do with
really
literacy
great.
and everything, which was like totally flabbergasting for me.
And that is
Wow.
so awesome.
Well-
What an achievement. And now you're going to share a little bit of your book with some friends of ours
Okay.
for
Without a-
Dad's Dishes.
Absolutely.
And to all of you, Captain Jack.
All right. So, are we ready? Let me hear you say, aye, aye, Captain.
Aye, Captain.
A little louder.
Hey, Captain.
There you go. There we go. I'm going to read you a story. A pirate I be. Oh yeah, by the way, it's written by me. I'm a pirate I be. No, can't you see? Look at me hat, look at me patch. What do you think of that? No, you say. Well, hey har, I are a pirate I be. No. Do you know a pirate when you see one? Well, here you go. Look at me coat. So fancy, I must boast. Wait. Look at me gun, look at me sword. You better behave or I'll throw you overboard. Pirates have guns and... Do pirates have guns and swords? Do they? Okay. No, you say, well then, okay. See me boots? They can store lots of loot. Well, I'm a pirate I be. No, wait, you need more? Here be me hook. I can still turn the pages of me favorite book. Pirates can read, you know. Did you know that, sir? Okay. I can read. It's every captain's need. From maps to compasses. Oh, right there. And swords. To keep us going from port to ports. Smile. There he is. Look at it. Just made it move. Wait. Don't you say no. There you go. There be me ship. In all her glory. Huge sails and cannons a-blazing, awaiting to make another story. Look at her. She's realizing he is a pirate. Now you see, yes, a pirate I be. Come aboard and set sail with me. Are you ready to write your own story? Let me hear you say aye, Captain.
Aye, Captain.
You. Filled with treasures and glory?
Aye, Captain.
We'll get you one. Now close your eyes and feel the song and listen to the sea. Now come with me, pirates we be. Yeah.
Thank you so much. That was awesome. I think that was just as fun for us as it was for the kids. The eyes were mesmerized, yes.
Well, the thing is about storytelling, and I've learned it over the years, you have to get your audience to interact.
Absolutely.
And when I've gone to schools and libraries, I get a lot of interaction.
Yes.
And you have to be able to talk, and you have to be big. And a lot of teachers go, we need to come to our school more often.
Yes.
They listen, you know? I said, well, just like a pirate.
Exactly, and they will listen. Aye, Captain. And that's the decision for today. We hope you walk away with some ideas to make this Halloween a fun
Wait,
one.
how do the pirates sign off?
Yes.
How do we sign off? Well, then, remember, if you're not a good pirate, we're going to throw you. And if you have some rum, well, let's go have some fun.
That's it. I love it. We are going to go enjoy some rum, I think, now. Happy Halloween from all of us here at Exhibition.
Happy Halloween.